Hats. A common clothing item, hats allow us, like other items of clothing, to express ourselves outside the boundaries of our mind. The type of hat worn can tell us a lot about a person. However, the hat itself, again, much like clothing, doesn't tell us much about the direct emotions going through a person's mind. That's where our project comes in. This is the Bodgehat. The main aim for the project was to create a set of wearable technology with a winter theme, and apply a mixture of physical and emotional interaction. To do this, we connected two Arduino boards to different parts of the clothing. Each Arduino was hooked up to its own system, one inside the glove, one inside the hat. The glove consists of magnetic sensors, a wireless transmitter and a battery source. The magnetic sensors, once triggered, send a wireless signal to the second Arduino system inside of the hat. The hat then converts the lighting on our RGB strip to a fixed colour on the RGB spectrum, dependent of how many times the magnetic sensors are activated. We then combined this with a set of magnets which are connected to a coat, adding to the already dazzling fashion value. These magnets work as our triggers for the magnetic sensors, essentially acting as a control interface for the lights. One aspect we really like about this method is that the magnets can theoretically be applied to any item of clothing whilst having a low footprint on the clothing itself, allowing for a great deal of future customization. Speaking of customization, we believe that the same system could be applied to other styles of clothing. Considering the majority of the technology used for the project is either sewn in or glued to the clothing, in theory there could be a summer variant. Something which we did actually consider, but unfortunately, late February isn't exactly the perfect time for such a thing. With the project, we aim to connect physical control interfaces with our emotions. The overall goal is that anyone wearing the outfit will be able to change the colour based on their emotions, or just whatever colour they feel like, allowing for added levels of fashion awareness. Were we to make further additions to the project, we feel like one of our options could have been to include differing sensors. One aspect we deeply thought about during the early stages of the project was the type of sensor we wanted to use. Infrared sensors were something heavily considered, as they could act almost as indicators whenever someone got within a certain distance of the wearer. However, we decided against it, since it seemed to not be in the spirit of our overall goal to create a piece of wearable fashion technology that allowed for more of a connection to the outside world, by allowing your preferences or emotions to make a statement. The magnets allowed us to do that by connecting it to any item of clothing. It made a fashion statement in itself, but also allowed for a control mechanism to be able to translate someone's thoughts into simple colours.